Peace and love, beautiful souls. Welcome back. I'm Malaya. This is Alaya's Angels. Alright, and we're going to get into today's video. Clearing all negative energies. Any negative energy you had before you came, clearing all negative energy. And so it is, Ashe. Okay guys, let's get into this video. So today, Monday, let's see. So I'm just going to reiterate what I talked about last Monday with the moon. And that was the special message from the Galactic Federation. So, if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. I'm just going to be talking about a little bit more with the moon and some other stuff today. Okay, so let's just get into this. So, I know last time I said that the moon, was like, a soul catcher, I think I mentioned that the moon doesn't belong to the earth. So I was saying the moon was artificially placed into the earth's orbit 500,000 years ago. Okay, and the orbit was able to be synchronized with the orbit of the earth with a which was held by a tractor beam. Okay, so the moon, like I was saying, how last week I said that it's a soul catcher, which is true, and then I also said that I made a Star Wars reference in that because Star Wars referenced this stuff the most clearly as to like what it is, So then we have the grand experiment. Okay, so on the moon there is, like I said, there's undercover bases. Okay, so on the moon there are undercover bases and cloaked bases, and I'll get into that here. So the one of the bases is called the Grand Experiment. That's their observation, the Earth's observation command center. Okay, so then that's their big one that they have. So then you have the dark side of the moon. How people talked about the dark side of the moon. The dark side of the moon is heavily populated with ET bases. And this is why I said the cloak thing, because most of these are cloaked, so you can't really see all of them. Alright, and then you have the creatures that are on the moon. Like I said, I did say this in the other video that the moon landing was they did go to the moon. They did actually go to the moon during that time, but on the footage they caught alien life. They were talking to aliens, they were talking to aliens, and they caught that on the footage. So they had to redo the footage when they got back to Earth. So, the footage that they showed the public was faked. Okay. See, it's not like, a lot of people say they never went to the moon. No, they went to the moon. It's just that the footage that they captured, they didn't want the public to see. So they, redid it and just, I don't know, they redid it basically, and then like put that out into the public. So on the moon, you have things like you have the Dark Fleet, which is the Draco and Reptilian Alliance. You have the Nazi breakaway groups. Okay, so the Nazis, a lot of Chinese, like a lot of Nazis, and then you have, you know, the Chinese. There's a lot of these creatures or robots. You know, it's either they're Dracos or reptilians, or they're robots or clones. You know, they're not even human. So it's just something to think about, because I'll make a video about why I mentioned the Chinese another day. Okay, so these beings, Dracos and reptilians are service to self beings, which means, you know, like they're only concerned about themselves. Like they're not here to, they don't care about anybody else in the universe. Like they're basically negative beings. They vibrate on low vibrations. You know, they're not light beings. They're very much negative beings. Okay, which in comparison to the Galactic Federation, who are sixth dimension and up light beings. So, and they're in service to the one infinite creator, which is the universe or spirit. You know. So, let me see. Okay, so like I said this another time too, I'm trying to remember if I made a video, if not, but I said that, okay, so these creatures are the ones, you know, that, who have high structures, high, like, spots in the government. Like when I talk about the world government, it's these creatures, it's these beings who are behind all of that, you know. They're the ones pulling the strings. They're the ones behind everything the government be doing, behind all the chaos, all the fear, all the, like, COVID. That's them. You know, that's all them. They did all that. And then they also are behind human slave labor and child trafficking and sex trafficking. All of that, that's them. That's the government, guys. That's not some random organizations that nobody knows about. No, that's the government. So they the ones who be doing that stuff. Okay, so these creatures have a very Nazi command structure. Like, you know about the Nazis. I don't have to go back into that. So the Dark Fleet. Okay, the Dark Fleet is okay, wait, I wanted to explain something else first. Okay, so when I was saying service to self, how the Dark Fleet is very service to self, basically meaning that they're part of the creator, like they're part of the creator who see themselves as separate from the creator, and they want to try to take over stars, you know, whole star systems, like in Star Wars, with the Empire. Like the Dark Fleet is what I was about to say. The Dark Fleet is very similar to the Empire in Star Wars. You know, they want to conquer and control entire star systems. Okay, it's Apetuous. Apetuous is the name of the ancient Death Star, and then Ma sorry, I'm trying to pronounce this. Maha. It's a weird one. It starts with the M. Sorry, I'm just trying to pronounce. Maha, something like that. Maha, is the like a current Death Star, but Impetuous was the ancient Death Star. Basically, these are like names of these ships that were technically like the Death Stars you'd see in Star Wars and stuff like that. So another thing, these creatures, I'll talk about the 20 and back program. Like this is like their cloning program. So basically, as long as they have your DNA, they can clone you, and try to like, they could put a clone up, if they have your DNA. Which is why I don't really be, our blood, especially people of color, our blood is special to them because, our blood is like, we got the O blood, so our blood type is O. So our blood type can go to like anybody really, because we were the original beings on this planet. We are gods and goddesses. So our blood is special because it can be given to anybody. It's literally magic. Like, come on, guys. Not magic with the ending with the C. No, it's magic with the K. Okay, magic with the real stuff, not the stuff they be trying to tell you. No, the real magic. Okay, with the K. Okay, spell it right. Real magic is spelled how? Magick. Okay, that's how you spell the word actual magic. Okay, the one with the C, that's not real magic. If you don't have a K at the end, I'm just gonna think you lying. To be honest. Okay, so these reptilians, what they did to like, they did multiple things. I can go into a couple, like how they froze, like Antarctica, like what didn't have ice on it before they came. Okay, so ice, winter, none of that stuff is real because this planet is a tropical planet. I mean, we have a sun. Okay, so where these beings come from, they didn't have a sun. Okay, that's why the real sun would kill them. Okay, if you don't know, like the Chinese was making a fake sun, trying to block out the real sun. So the real sun is coming back, and that's, it's warming up. So we have solar system warming, not global warming, solar system warming. So all the planets in the solar system are warming up. And like, that's why they had the fake sun, because if the real sun was always out, the Antarctica would have been melted. Like they said, ice caps are melting now and stuff like that. They would have been melted if we always had the real sun out. Okay, that would have been gone. Because the ice don't belong on this planet. The winter don't belong on this planet. This planet is a very tropical planet. As you can see, most of the places, like I be talking about, most of these places have good weather. It's the fact that they have these weather machines. And I know I've talked about this before. I don't know if I talked about this in my video or on my podcast, but I said how when Texas said they were going to succeed from the planet and they were going to separate, not the planet, they were going to separate from the United States, and how they got hit right after they said they was going to separate from the United States. They got hit with the snowstorm. Okay, HARP, okay, 2 A's, HARP, That is the company that has the weather machines. Okay, so they can they create things like snow. They create things like ice. So they Texas, a warm state, got hit with a blizzard. A blizzard. Okay, I don't know if y'all remember that, but you also had to pay attention because before they got hit with this blizzard, they was talking about succeeding from the United States. They said they wasn't going to be a part of America no more. They didn't want to be a part of America no more. And then they got hit with that snow. And they basically was in in the snow, and basically they had no way out. It was like they were barricaded in their own state. Like, it was impossible for them to get things out. It was impossible for things to come in. They were basically cut off. That's the word I wanted to use. They were basically cut off entirely by that snow blizzard storm, which as you saw, like, if you were paying attention, they were struggling. They were really struggling because they couldn't get nothing. They couldn't give nothing. There was nothing going on. They were stuck. And that was done purposely so that when the government, the governors and stuff like that, the mayors and all like that, the state was like, okay, well, wait, we're not going to actually, basically the snow was put there, the machines put that snow there basically, so they would be like, oh wait, we actually need you, America, we're gonna stay with you. And that's when, the snow stopped. The snow stopped. After they said they weren't gonna separate from the country, the snow stopped. So they have these machines. I'm telling you, there's so much technology that they don't talk about because they don't want you to know how much they've been lying to you. Where these beings come from, they didn't have a sun. Okay, so that's why they can't survive in our sun. That's why they're trying to do these chemical trails and block out the real sun, because they know if they don't, it's going to hurt them. It's going to kill them because they can't survive in our sun. It's not meant for them. They come from like I said, they come from a star system where they didn't have a sun and it was cold all the time. So they had winter. Yeah, in their solar system, they had winter because it was always cold. They didn't have no sun, okay? And so that's what they tried to bring over here and be like, okay, well, here's this winter idea. And they took machines and they froze Antarctica. Okay, so they took machines, they had these ice machines, and they froze Antarctica where it was. Like, remember the Ice Age? Yeah, that was them freezing Antarctica. It wasn't like, some blizzard, because like I said, this is a very tropical planet. So it was basically, they took these ice machines and they froze everything. Like current people, like, as the ice caps are melting, they're finding dead bodies, and they still got everything, they still preserved, like, they still got their skin, they still got their hair and stuff like that. They were literally frozen in place, okay, by these machines, okay? So another thing they used, like, besides Antarctica and, faking winter, they basically used, they would go around releasing mind control gas over developing communities, and basically, I'll talk about this another time because, yeah, I'll talk about something with China in another video. But basically, that's what they do. That's how they tricked everyone into believing they were human beings. That's basically how they tricked us into believing we were just human beings and nothing more. So basically, then I wanted to talk about the Dark Fleet. They get their technology, they get the personnel, which is all supplied by the ICC, the Interplanetary Corporate, okay, which is the off-planet aerospace corporations. Okay, and they run the human slave labor on Mars. They run they got some secret bases on Mars. They got some secret bases on the moon. You know, it says the Dark Fleet and the ICC occupy several moons of Saturn. So, you know, they're the ones who brought the moon into the Earth's orbit. They're the ones in charge of the human slave, off-planet human slave labor. You know, like they run like the Nazis, the secret space program, which is nothing like the Galactic Federation. The secret space program and this Galactic Federation are two separate things. Okay, like I said, one is light beings, one is negative beings. This one, you know, the light beings are here to help everyone. You know, they serve the universe. They're just here to help themselves. They just want to conquer everything. They just want, you know, to rule everything. They just want it all for themselves. They don't care about human beings. They don't care about any other species. Just themselves. That's it. Okay. But yeah. And then really, yeah, that's all I have today, guys. So, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. May peace and blessings be upon your souls. Ashe.